Dear students, in today's machine learning lab, I am going to discuss experiment number 9 with you all. And experiment number 9 is write a program to implement k nearest neighbor algorithm to classify iris data set for both correct and wrong predictions. And we will use the Python ML library classes to solve this particular problem. Now, we will understand what is k nearest algorithm. So as we have discussed in the theory classes, k nearest neighbor algorithm. So we will try to implement today uh, using Python. So we will implement k nearest neighbor algorithm in Python. Now try to understand first what we mean by k nearest neighbor algorithm, right? And how we code right k nearest neighbor algorithm in Python. So in previous machine learning labs, we have discussed the various programs on machine learning. Now today we will learn how to implement or how to code k nearest neighbor algorithm using Python. So first, I'm going to introduce about the k nearest neighbor algorithm with you all. So KNN algorithm is a type of supervised machine learning algorithm which can be used for both classification as well as regression predictive problems. The following two properties would define KNN. The first is lazy learning algorithm. So KNN is known as lazy learning algorithm because it does not have a specialized training phase and uses all the data for training while classification. It is a non-parametric learning algorithm. And now try to understand the working of KNN algorithm. To understand KNN algorithm, first requirement, the very basic step, the first step is data. So to apply KNN algorithm, we must be having a suitable data set on which we can apply KNN algorithm. So to implement this algorithm, the first step is we need data set. So during the first step of KNN, we must load the training as well as testing data set. The second step is we need to choose a value of k, the nearest data points. K can be any integer. K represent the number of neighbors in the data set. So for each point in the data set, testing data set, we need to perform the following step. The first step is calculate the distance between the test data and each row of training data with the help of any method, like Euclidean distance formula or with the help of Manhattan distance formula. Now, based on the distance values, we need to sort them in the ascending order. So we need to sort the distance, the value we have computed in step 1. So we need to sort the distance values in the next step. Next step is it will choose the top k rows from the sorted array. So now the value we have choose for the k, now suppose the value of k is 3. So we will choose the top 3 values from the sorted array. Now it will assign a class to the test point based on most frequent class of these rows. So these are the steps of KNN algorithm. Now how we implement this algorithm in Python, we will try to understand with the stable code. So we have already discussed the KNN algorithm with the help of example. Now you can see the code of, you can understand the code of KNN, how code of KNN algorithm in Python, right? So we will code this program in Python and then we will try to execute it. Now you can see the program on the monitor. So this is the code of KNN classifier in Python. The first step to code this program is we need to import the necessary Python packages. The first package that we have imported is NP. NP is a NumPy package we have. It is necessary to import these packages to implement or execute this program. Next packages we have imported is matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. Then next is pandas as PD. The next step is to use the iris dataset. So iris dataset we can download directly from the internet. So this is the path we have assigned here. to download this iris dataset. So path is equals to https archive.ics.edu/m1/machine learning databases /iris dot data. This is the path of this dataset. And header names are sepal length, sepal width, petal width, and class. So these are the 5 columns in the data set. And the data set is equals to pd.read.csv. We can read the data set using pandas. And this is a syntax how we use it. So data set dot head. Next step, we have used data set dot head, which represent the heads of the data. The x is equals to data set dot ilog, in bracket it is colon comma colon -1 value. So this is representing the we can extract the columns from the data set. So in data set, the last column represent a class, so we can extract the values from the data set, right? So now in the next step, from sklearn.model underscore selection import train test split. So we in the next step we have imported train test split package in Python. So the next step is the train test split is used to split the data set into training data set and testing data set. So the next step is xtrain x test y train y test. It is equals to train test split x comma y test size is equals to 0.4. That means the data set is divided into training and testing data set, where the size of the training data set is 60% and testing data set is 40%. The next step is from sklearn.preprocessing import standard scaler. So this is the next package that we have imported in the data set, and scaler is equals to standard scaler, scaler.fit xtrain, and xtrain is equals to scaler.transform xtrain. So we can check what are the values it is storing in xtrain by printing that particular data set. And test is equals to scaler.transform xtest. So we have transformed the data set into the numerical form. So in machine learning algorithm, all the data that we are having, it is need to be transformed into the numerical data set to perform this particular operation. So from then in the next step, from sklearn.neighbors import k-neighbor classifier. So this is the package in inbuilt package in the Python that we have imported here to apply the k nearest neighbor algorithm. So the next step is classifier is equals to k neighbor classifier, and in n neighbors is equals to 8. So that means the value of k is here 8. We have choose the number of neighbors 8 here. So value of k is 8 here. So classifier.fit in the xtrain comma ytrain. So the training data set will be trained by using this particular function. The y prediction is equals to classifier.predict xtest. By using this particular statement, we can predict the accuracy of the classifier. From sklearn.matrix, import classification report, confusion matrix, and accuracy score. And result is equals to confusion matrix ytest.ypredict. So the confusion matrix is used to test the accuracy of the model. So we can test the accuracy of the model by using the confusion matrix, and we can compute the accuracy of the model. So these are the steps how KNN algorithm works, and we can execute this particular program. Now you can see the output of this program on the monitor. Please wait, it is taking time to generate output on the monitor. Now you can see the output on the monitor. This is a confusion matrix, and now you can see the accuracy of the model is 0.95. This is a iris data set that we have used, and it is displaying the precision, recall, F1 score, support after classifying that. So this is a classification report, and you can see here. So you can see the confusion matrix. It is having the values 2400, 021 to 0112. So the diagonal elements representing the true positive values of the confusion matrix. And I hope you know, you all are aware of the confusion matrix, what we understand it. If not, then I can again explain it, what we mean by confusion matrix. Now you can see here what we mean by confusion matrix. So you can see confusion matrix is represented as the mat in the form of matrix. Now you can see here, just a minute. Now you can see how confusion matrix is represented. It is a if represented in the 2 by 2 matrix. The you can see the column is representing class 1 predicted values, class 2 predicted values, and these are the actual values, class 1 actual values, and it is a row is representing, next row is representing class 2 actual values. TP is representing a true positive, FN representing false negative, FP representing false positive, and TN representing true negative. So to calculate the accuracy of the model, it is equals to TP plus TN. That means we need to add the all diagonal values, TP plus TN representing the diagonal values upon all total values, right? So you can see how we can calculate the accuracy of the model by using this confusion matrix. Now you can see here result on the monitor. So by using this, you can see, so we need to add 24 plus 21 plus 12. So it is equals to total values will be, if you will add these all values, it is 47 plus 12, 59. And now 2 plus 1 and total is, so the accuracy will be 59 upon 62. So this will give the accuracy 0.95. Now you can understand the other formulas, precision, recall, and F1 form, F1 score. So you can see here the formula to calculate this. So recall is computed by using true positive upon true positive plus Fn, true positive upon Fn, right? And what we mean by true positive? True positive is observation is positive and the predicted is to be positive. Yani in both cases, the result is positive. False negative means observation is positive but is predicted negative. Actual value is positive but the classifier is predicting is as a negative. So it is called FN, false negative. True negative means observation is negative but it is predicting negative. True false positive is, so is observation is negative but it is predicting, and it is also called a type 1 error. And false negative, it is also called a type 2 error, right? And you can see the formula of precision. Precision is equals to TP upon TP plus FP, and F measure is equals to 2 multiplied by recall multiplied by precision upon recall plus precision. So these are the formulas through which we can calculate the values of the recall, precision, and F measure, right? So you can see the classification report, and in this classification report, precision is calculated by using the formula that we have discussed here, and recall is calculated, F1 measure, F1 is computed, and accuracy is computed by using the formulas that we have discussed here. So it was about the k nearest neighbor algorithm, right? So in the next lab, we will discuss the next algorithm. So it was about the experiment number 9, which was k nearest neighbor algorithm. And I hope you all will be able to understand this method. Thank you.